Hello again, and welcome back to Illegally Cited. This is Jesse, and I am back for an update to a video or to a game that I covered a couple of years ago on the channel. A couple summers ago, 2022-ish. There's a little game that came out on Xbox and PC called As Dusk Falls. And as of earlier this month, it is now on the PlayStation as well. So you got a PS5. I'm not sure about PS4, but PS5 for sure. As Dusk Falls is now on the PlayStation. So not only have they brought it to the PlayStation in addition to PC and Xbox, but they've also added additional accessibility features to the game. So the PS5 version, they get the new accessibility, and they were nice enough to retroactively put it into the Steam and the Xbox version as well. And so that's what I'm going to showcase for you guys today. It is it's not really a point and click adventure game as much as it is like it's really dialogue and like choice. It's like a choose your own adventure game, but really heavily based on dialogue and heavily based on like making some pretty gnarly decisions. And there's a few things that also make this game really unique. So think about like if you've heard of Telltale's games, The Walking Dead, that series. They had like there was a Borderlands game. I think I covered that at some point on the channel. Back to the Future. They did a whole. They were cranking them out left and right. Sam and Max. So this is kind of like on that, but again, it's taken a really. This is not a game for kids. It's definitely got a mature content here. But the other cool thing that this has is you can integrate it with streaming. And so you and your viewers can actually decide, because again, by default, there are timers to where you have to make a decision. And sometimes they could be minor, sometimes they could literally be life and death for characters in the game. And, it's up to you and your viewers to decide on what happens. Or you can just play it solo like I have. I have beat the game originally when it came out and loved it. And again, this game has a lot of replayability because you might think, oh, what happens if the story went this way? It's super well voice acted. But let's go ahead. So we have continue here.
Save
I have text to
solo
speech.
Or multiplayer mode. Controller button A to select. Option 1 of 6.
So
D-pad down button for next option.
Tells me what my controls are. It probably remembered since I re-downloaded the game what my choice was, but I think if I remember correctly, it kind of gives you a prompt to say if you want to put accessibility on, hit this button. But you can go under
Load another save. Explore story. View your story progress and extras. Settings.
Let's go to settings here, and we have we have different
6.
gameplay. Let's go ahead and just go
right
down.
Shoulder
There's
button
not too
for
many
next
here.
page. Camera shake. Checkbox. On. Enable/disable camera shake and visual distortion. Number of overrides. Value 3. Vibration.
So we got
Checkbox.
screen shake, vibration.
Number of overrides.
I'm
Value
finding
3,
the controls a
minimum
little
0,
more laggy since
maximum
this
9.
update, interestingly
Set
enough.
enough hotspot display type. Value standard. Quick action types. Value standard. Extended QTE timer. Checkbox. On.
So it
This
does
will
have
extend the time limit
QTEs.
for all quick actions to 20 seconds.
However,
Controller button A to toggle.
the text to
Option 6 of
speech.
7. D-pad up
What's
button
really
for previous
cool
option.
is I did
D-pad
not.
down button for
Shut
next
up,
option.
dude. I did not disable the QuickTime events in this game as I normally would, because when they come up, the text to speech tells you what you have to do. Rotate analog stick, or hit, repeatedly hit A, or I don't even remember what they are. It's been, like I said, a couple years since I played it, but I remember, and I don't think I failed a single QuickTime event. That's how cool it was. I could leave them on, and I could still do them.
Video.
So
Page
here's our
2 of
video
6.
settings,
Language and audio.
language
Page
and
3 of 6.
audio, and we got some, a whole bunch of stuff there. We do have first like subtitles. You have mono audio, I believe, is an option here.
Accessibility.
Accessibility.
Page 4 of 6.
Let's go under here.
Narration.
So
Checkbox.
narration is checked.
On.
Now I do wish that
Enable
you could.
menu and in-game UI text to be read aloud. Controller button A to toggle. Option 1 of 11. D-pad
Okay,
down
so
button for next option.
Yep. Yada yada. You can't adjust volume or speed, or you can't adjust any speed or anything like that. But whatever. Hey, you know what? It's cool. But now we have
Audio description.
audio description.
Checkbox. On.
I have not
Enable
heard this.
TDS narration of key visual elements during the game.
So we're going to see how
This
good it
option
is.
only works in English. Controller
Okay.
button A.
So it's
to
good they
toggle.
told us that. It only works
Option
in
2 of
English.
11.
Now,
D-pad up button
interestingly,
for previous option. D-pad
when
down button
I-
for next option.
when I enabled this, it was kind of cool. They actually popped up a couple of dialog boxes, and the first one was, hey, we recommend, if you turn this setting on, setting your music volume to this and your sound effects volumes to this. And they say, would you like to have us do that for you right now? And I said, sure, because that way the music and the sound effects, we're going to get our speech, we're going to get our audio description, and all that is going to be in the forefront. So that's a cool thing. And then the next pop-up, it said, hey, do you want to disable the I forget the exact wording, but basically like the timers for making options and choosing dialogue, because sometimes they are very short, and sometimes it might, especially if you can't adjust the speed of the voice, the text to speech, sometimes you kind of have to wait and hear that stuff before you can make a choice. Now they don't just have like a enable disable, they do have a thing where you can have extended timer, so you don't disable it completely, but they'll give you a little bit of extra time to compensate for listening to TTS.
Narration volume.
So there's your
Value,
narration.
narration speed.
Oh, we do have speed.
Value 1. Minimum 1.
Okay, I don't remember them
Maximum
having
10.
that before, but okay.
Adjust the tempo of the screen reader. Controller but 2. Chat text to speech.
That's better.
Checkbox.
I just wanted it a little bit faster.
Enable chat text to be read aloud to other players.
Okay, so
Controller
yeah, if you're
button
doing
A to
multiplayer
toggle.
or like the
Option 5 of 11.
chat integration.
Speech to text. Checkbox. Flatten choice UI. Checkbox. On. Interactive choice options usually appear angled slightly towards the camera. Enable this to have them appear flat.
Okay, so
Controller
that makes it a
button A
lot more
to toggle.
visibly easy
Option
to
7
read.
of
That's a
12.
cool touch.
Lowercase
We'll definitely
only.
leave that on.
Checkbox. Off.
No, we don't
Set
want
UI
that.
choice color. Value yellow black.
Choice color.
Set
Okay.
the text
Oh
and
yeah.
background colors of on-screen choice and
That's
hotspot UI.
cool.
Option background. Value solid.
Yep,
Set the
solid or
background
like
transparency of in-game
transparent.
UI.
Yep, that's
Hotspot display
awesome.
type. Value standard. Have hotspot options stay on screen once discovered, or appear always on screen. By
Oh,
default,
okay.
they only appear on hover/highlight.
Interesting.
Controller quick action types. Value standard. Adjust extended QTE timer.
There's your extended
Checkbox.
QTE timer.
On. Choice timer. Checkbox. Off.
Okay.
Enable extended override timer. Checkbox.
So that's with if you're doing
On.
the streaming stuff.
Extends broadcast mode timer. Apply.
All right, let's go apply. And we'll
Main
back
menu.
out. Now what I'm going to
D-pad
do is
down
I'm
button
not,
for
because
first
if I go
option.
continue,
X button
it's
for
probably going to be
accessibility.
at the end of the game,
button
and
for
we're just
select.
going to select, we're going to go,
Continue.
there's an
Load
option
another
here,
save. Explore story.
explore
View your
story.
progress and explore story.
So,
Select a book
minor
to view its
spoiler
chapters.
warnings if you see any of
D-pad
these
down.
here,
Book
but,
1. Collision. Book 2. Expansion.
so we have
Chapters 4 to
basically
6.
two halves of the
Book
game.
1.
We're just going to
Collision.
start from the beginning.
Chapters 1 to 3.
Now,
View
again,
chapters.
this
Replay chapters
is,
from this book, and view story progress. Controller button A.
you
to
are
select.
going to see
Option
a lot
1
of the
of 2.
same content
D-pad
that,
right button for next
shut
option.
up, dude. You're going to see a lot of the same, pretty much the exact same content that I put in my original video, but that's because, again, I want to start from the beginning. I don't want to give away anything. And also, I've never heard this with audio description, so I might get some new details out of it as well. So yeah, we're going to hear what the audio description is like. We'll play a little bit here, get a little bit of the conversation trees. We'll get a little bit of our decision making and things like that. So let's just go ahead and go into the first half of the game here.
Chapters.
And
Chapter 1. Desert Dream. Continue. Chapter 2. Chapter 1.
All right, let's
select
go.
Play mode. Play solo or in multiplayer. Play solo.
Play solo.
Play. Select a profile. Choose your player profile to start. Jesse.
Sure.
Player selected profile Jesse. Player selected profile Jesse. Begin. Begin the game. How to play.
Now this
Explore.
is cool.
Move your cursor to find hidden interactions. Move
So
the stick. Use D-pad to navigate. Y button for skip all. A button for next.
So this is cool. Like if you want to play it visually, you can use the analog stick to freely move a cursor around the screen. Or if you are blind or visually impaired, you probably want to use the D-pad and snap between different areas of the screen to be interactable. So let's continue.
Make decisions. Highlight your favorite option and press A to select. Press B to deselect. Y button for skip all.
Okay.
Quick actions. Perform the on-screen instructions before the timer elapses to complete physical actions. Move the stick. These are the gameplay interaction types you will encounter during the game.
Oh.
Tap. Tap the button one time. Mash. Tap the button repeatedly in quick succession.
Okay.
Hold. Hold the button until the QTE is over. Circle. Move your joystick in a rapid, circular motion. Circle continuous. Move your joystick in a rapid, circular motion until the QTE is over. Swipe. Move your joystick in the direction described.
Okay.
Y button for skip all. B button for back.
I really
next.
appreciate, I really like that they not only told you what to do, but if you wanted to sit and listen to it, I love the fact that they told you all of the potential mechanics of the QTE, so you're not kind of surprised. I'm like, oh, I can do a tap, I can do a mash, I can do a hold, and then I've got stick flicks or rotations. Okay, now I know what to expect.
Personal insights. At the end of each chapter, discover how your choices reveal hidden insights about your values, personality, and gameplay style.
Okay.
Y button for skip all. Loading. React
All right,
choice.
it begins.
Use D-pad for choices.
Let's listen to some
Highlight
audio
your favorite
description.
option and press A to select. Press B on your controller to deselect.
This is such a good story, and this is totally blind accessible. I should have really stressed that right away, but this is a totally blind accessible game, so I highly encourage, especially it's on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation now. Buy it, play it, love it, because it's good. Okay, what do we...
Tap here to start. A biracial woman in her 20s holds her breath at the bottom of a pool.
Oh, so it's text-to-speech now.
My name is Zoe
Okay.
Walker.
Okay.
Not so long ago,
Not
I wanted
human
to be a
narrated.
journalist. Now, I just want to hold my breath and sink.
I'd probably change that
Not because I
subtitle
want to black out,
color.
Flash of a
but-
girl crying.
but for the calm that comes beforehand,
Police firing.
when thoughts die and memories
A
drown.
bus crashes through a wall.
90 seconds. That's about how long it takes for me. And suddenly, it's like none of it ever happened.
In the
Interesting.
desert, leaves fall from a tree, a sun blazes overhead.
Interesting they went with
Text on screen.
TTS
May 29, 1998.
instead of human
Route
narration.
66, Arizona.
I don't mind. I mean, human would be a
portly
little
white man in his
better, more
mid-30s
immersive.
And a young
but-
biracial girl sit at a picnic bench by a rest stop.
Daddy, are we gonna play?
Sorry, Pumpkin. You bet we're gonna play.
I like him.
Now, I know you're an expert, but are you sure you've looked at everything?
Mm-hmm. Trust me, I got this.
Okay. Then what color is...
Next to the small rest stop is a truck mounted on a pole and a wooden fence. A red SUV car is parked nearby and a black woman in her mid-30s sleeps inside. Explore the scene. Move your cursor. Use D-pad for choices. Sky. Choice 1 of 5. Controller button A, to select. Restroom. Choice 2 of 5. Controller button A, to select. Big truck. Choice 3 of 5. Controller button. Old fence. Choice 4 of 5. Control our car. Choice 5 of 5. Sky. Choice 1 of 5, restroom. Choice 2 of 5, big truck. Choice 3 of 5.
That big truck way up there.
Depends what part of the truck.
Okay, Smarty. How about the exhaust pipe?
That's where all the smoke comes out. And it's gray.
Hey, you are rocking this today, Zoe. Looks like you're ready for the next level.
What's the next level?
You ask me one final question. If I don't get it on the first try, you win the whole game.
Let's play it.
Okay. Let me just have one last look around.
On top of the picnic bench sits a pink and blue kid's backpack with 6 gold stars on it.
Oh.
Choice. Use D-pad for choices.
Wait, what did she say?
Ready. Choice 1 of 2.
Sure.
Okay, shoot.
How many stars are on my backpack?
Now that's something that you wouldn't know
Choice.
if you couldn't
Use D-pad
see.
for choices.
But they actually added that.
5. Choice 1 of 4. 6.
This is a toughie. Is it 6?
How'd you know?
I use my
Oh.
superpowers. I'll tell you, you're getting hard to beat.
Oh, did I doze off?
Zoe runs for the car as her mother smiles. Behind the father, an older white man and a small dog approach.
Come on, back in the car. We still got 45 states' license plates to spot. Hey,
Hey. You doing okay?
yeah, sure. It's, I'm fine, Michelle. We're good.
Why are you guys acting weird again?
It's nothing, hun. Just a long trip.
I tell you, the only thing worse than feeding a dog fast food is smelling it again on the way out.
Grandpa!
Wait, I'm your grandpa? All this time, I thought you were my grandpa.
How far'd you walk? I was worried you got lost.
Oh, just to the tree. You know dogs. They think they're the ones holding the leash.
Start car. Tap the button 1 time. Success.
Okay.
All right, crew, buckle up. I want to make
There's
a
your
job
quick
of
time
Becky
event.
before we stop for the night.
You're listening to Drive Time on KMPW, Flagstaff's first and finest.
Flagstaff,
It's another
Arizona.
Beautiful Arizona afternoon, and your weekend starts here.
The family gazes out at the sparse landscape. Their luggage is secured to the roof of the car.
Mm-hmm.
The father mimes singing into a
I know
microphone and
this
motions
song.
for Michelle to join.
Who is it though?
Title card, as dusk falls.
So, what's next? License plate game? Another round of row, row, row your boat?
She fell asleep halfway through your solo. You definitely get first prize for keeping her entertained.
I am not entertaining. I am shepherding. You are my flock, and I plan to herd you to St. Louis in high spirits.
Nice try.
Wasn't taking the scenic route your idea? I wanted to do this trip at 30,000 feet.
Oh, I'm not complaining about the drive. I'm just trying to picture Vince living in the Midwest.
Choice. Use D-pad for choices. It'll be great. Look, I'll survive. Pretend it's a vacation. Choice 3 of 3. Look, it'll be great.
Hey, it's gonna be awesome. I'll learn the banjo, get myself a ticket to Country Palooza.
Ha ha, you're very funny. St. Louis is as urban as it gets, and you know that. And actually, the whole city's turning around these days.
I'm kidding. I know, it'll be fine. You've got your tenure. I've got my new job.
Michelle looks down. Vince's face slackens. Text, Book 1, Collision.
Oh, this game is so good. I want to play it all the way through again
Wouldn't
now.
make me work for a pet food company if it was the only job left in the country.
Jim, I don't think that's helping.
10,000 bucks. You should have gone for the jugular, sued those bastards at the airline the way they pinned that thing on you. Not signed some settlement paper.
I haven't signed it yet.
But You still want to, right? I know it's your call, but I think it's time to put this whole thing behind us.
Choice. Use D-pad for choices.
So do I side with her or Pappy there?
You might be right. Choice 1 of 2. I need time to think. Choice 2 of 2. Controller button A, to select.
Give me a little space on this one, okay?
Of course.
A lizard shuffles by a road sign that reads Welcome to Two Rock County.
Vince was a good kid, but he always did let people walk all over him. When you were small, you asked me to buy you these cheap action figures so you'd have something to give the kids at school when they picked
And
them.
what was I like in high school, huh?
Ouch.
Sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
If you two didn't want me to come, you could have said so.
Zoe wanted you to come.
Choice. Use D-pad for choices. Michelle, leave it alone. Jim, enough. Stay out of it. Choice 3 of 3. Jim, enough.
Please, Jim, let's just take it down a notch and try to get through the next 3 days.
Without me talking, you mean?
No,
Hey,
we're kind of
Glad
towing the
we're spending a
line
few
here.
days together on the road. And like I said, once we get settled in the new
A
days,
truck approaches. Wrestle steering wheel. Swipe left. Success.
You're using my right stick.
Brake. Mash A, tap the button repeatedly in quick succession.
Okay.
Success.
See, look at
Car
that.
skids to a safe stop.
That's great.
White smoke pours from the hood of
I
the car.
love that that is accessible.
Zoe!
Are you okay, Pumpkin?
What happened?
She's just shaken, I think.
The car fails to start. Vince gets out to investigate. He looks under the car. Oil is spilling.
Oh yeah, that's a promising sign.
Great.
The truck stops. A white male teenager is in the back and 2 white men are up front.
Ah,
Hey.
you'll
Thanks for coming back. If you give me
Learn how to drive, asshole!
Are you kidding me?
Country kids. Or the desert version. Lucky we're still in one piece.
The road the truck sped away on stretches into the distance as Vince and Jim return their attention to the car.
hell of a soundtrack too. Like I love the
Text.
not the license
Rock,
stuff,
Arizona.
but like just
In
the
the same
overall
truck,
soundtrack
The
is cool.
teenager in the back listens to headphones.
Man, the look on his face.
I hope he didn't see our license plate.
Nah. Stupid fucker was too busy yelling into the wind.
The 2 men are in their early 20s. The eldest smokes and drives. They pull up to a 2-story home in a calm
yes.
suburban neighborhood.
So we'll play through a little bit of this and then we'll wrap it up.
28 Northwood.
Ugly as hell. These houses all look the same to me.
Jay, you ready?
Jay gazes up at a bird on a telephone wire.
Oh, he's got his
Jay.
headphones on.
What? Head out of the clouds, little bro.
Knew we shouldn't have brung him.
Come on. He'll pull his weight.
Look, this is just like we talked about. There's enough cash in that safe to put the last few weeks behind us. We stay alive, we keep the house, everything goes back to normal.
Choice. Use D-pad for choices. Who lives here? What if we fail? Sure they're not home. Seems dangerous. Choice. Sure they're not home. Choice.
And you're sure it's empty?
On Fridays, he takes his wife to an appointment. Same deal every week. You're always out skulking in the woods, climbing trees and all that. We all know you're good at it. And you want to help the family, right?
You know I do.
Then here's your chance. Hop that fence and find a way in.
A shotgun.
Whoa. Does Ma know you took that?
No. But someone's got to watch your backs.
Jay jumps out.
We got 1 hour before they're home. If you hear 3 honks, you run like hell.
Hey, let's party.
Dale! The code.
Jay can read.
Jay has paper.
Don't
5926.
screw this up, kid.
5926.
All right. You go do your Tarzan bullshit over the back gate.
5926.
I'll try the garage. Never know when you might get lucky.
I hope I remember.
Jay reaches for the fence. Jump fence. Swipe up. Success. Jay lands nimbly. His eyes go wide. A tied up Doberman dog
puppy.
stares at Jay. The
Uh-oh.
tag reading Cletus. Choice. Use D-pad for choices. Sneak past. Throw stick. Choice 2 of 3.
Hey. Fetch.
The dog breaks its collar and lunges. Run away. Mash A, tap the button, repeat. Success.
Uh-oh.
Jay reaches a shed and the dog follows, shoving through the door to attack. Keep dog off. Mash A, tap the button, repeat. Success. Push dog off. Swipe right. Success.
Sorry to lock you up like this.
He sees an open skylight window on the roof. Jay approaches the house and covers his face with a bandana. Inside, Jay hangs from the skylight and drops to the floor of a modestly decorated, open-plan living room. He removes his bandana.
Okay.
Police, open up.
Jay couches.
Maybe it's the big bad wolf.
Jay opens the front door.
Not funny.
What happened?
He's got a Doberman. I had to lock it in the shed.
What's
He
that?
flicks Jay's nose.
Idiot.
As they walk through the living room, Jay looks at a picture of a man in a sheriff's uniform.
Whose house is this?
You
Dante Romero.
shouldn't be putting your fingerprints all... Oh, wait, do they have gloves on?
Wait.
Okay, they do.
The sheriff? Yep. You know Ma's beef with him goes way back. Even before he sent me to juvie. I know, but... But what? Way I see it, he owes us.
Dale takes the photo frame.
So, we ought to fuck this place up a little, while we're at it.
Choice. Use D-pad for choices. Go for it. Stick to the plan. He's a cop. Choice 3. Stick to the plan.
Tyler said we only have an hour. Maybe we should start looking for the safe. Ah, whatever.
Oh, crap.
Dale
I don't
spits.
remember what the
What'd you
code
do that
is.
for? They might test it or something. Oh, come on. This is 2 Rock.
Oh,
Not
no.
NYPD Blue. Now get looking for that safe.
I don't remember the code. It was like 59...
Hotspot. Jay looks at a spacious living
Something.
room with a couch, TV, and a fireplace with
Oh,
a landscape
balls.
check painting. Choice 1 of 4. Controller button.
Good place to hide a safe. Or not.
Hotspot. Jay looks at a spacious living room with a couch, TV, and a fireplace with a landscape picture above it. There's a coffee table with a wallet on top. Explore the scene. Look at photo. Choice 1 of 3. Open cabinet. Choice search wallet. Choice 3 of 3. Open cabinet.
No safe here. You find anything? No. Maybe it's upstairs?
Dale eats peanut butter.
Yeah. Maybe.
Dale takes a strawberry fridge magnet.
What are you doing? It's for my girlfriend. You don't have a girlfriend. Shut up. I'm working on it.
Dale takes a bottle of lemonade from the fridge.
Hey, when life gives you lemons,
He unzips his pants.
come here. Help me get a little payback.
Oh, man.
Choice. Use D-pad for choices.
I mean, if he's already going to do it him, he's not going to know it's
Sure.
me
Why
and
not?
him. I'll get on my brother's good side again.
I kinda had to go anyway.
Jay takes a bottle of cola from the fridge.
Oh, that's nasty.
What? Just... sometimes I forget you're a home.
They smile and put the drinks back in the fridge.
Oh, that's rancid. Oh.
All right. Enough screwing around. You look upstairs, and I'll check the rest of the rooms down here. Okay.
Jay
So
ascends
if we
the
would have
staircase and notices
if we
a
would
chair
have looked
lift
at the
top.
wallet, we would have had
He sees a
another
door at the end of the
potential
hallway ajar,
thing
but
because I
approaches
remember
the
doing
closest
that
room.
before.
He pushes open the door. Inside is a middle-aged white woman in a motorized wheelchair, who slowly turns to him and removes a pair of headphones.
Dun dun dun.
You're his wife.
The woman looks to the other side of the room, where an emergency help button hangs next to her bed.
Shit.
Shit is right.
Text. Route 66, Arizona.
12 years repairing jumbo jets, you think I'd be able to fix a car?
Settings. View and
And you know
customize your
what?
game settings.
That is where we're going to
Controller
pause
button A
it.
to select.
That is where we are going
Option
to
2 of 4.
stop.
D-pad up button for
I
previous option.
believe
D-pad
I
down button
went.
for next option.
I believe I went a little further in the original video, but again, You got to see the dialogue choices. You got to see a fair few QuickTime events, kind of the actiony stuff with the dog, or just kind of more mundane, like, hey, let's climb up over the fence or whatever, or starting the car. So, I mean, that's kind of what the game is. You have QuickTime events, which again, usually I'm rather opposed to. But again, who would have thought, God forbid, make your QuickTime events actually accessible. And not only can I do them, but I can do them quite easily, successfully. So that is awesome. You notice how large they were as well. They, um, you know, they were large button icons. Now they are the only thing I will say visually about them, if you were playing this low vision and you chose not to use text to speech, is if you notice, like, they were kind of in different areas of the screen, if I recall correctly. So you never know quite where they might appear. That's been a lot of my problems in a lot of these QuickTime games where, like, oh, it'll just kind of be, especially if you have a sequence of them in an action scene, um, just seeing them quickly enough and then seeing what they are. But, again, you got the big buttons, you got the text-to-speech for them, and yeah, this game is very, very blind accessible, especially now that they've added the audio description, which is great. And man, I just playing the beginning of the story again, I'm just going, oh, I have so many other things I want to do and play and read and watch and whatever. But I kind of want to play through this again, and when I get some time, I think I'm going to play through this and try it a little bit differently. And again, there's little things, little sections of the game that I don't remember, and so I might make some different choices this time around. You never know. But again, it's a really, really good story. Pretty action packed. Pretty. Again, it's not a good or bad choice. It's all levels, gray areas where you're like, what do I choose now? Because there's no right or wrong answer, and it's often you're making a brutal choice either way. So that is As Dusk Falls, the updated version on PC and Xbox. We're playing the Steam version here, and it's also available on PlayStation. So again, this is a mainstream game. It is fully blind accessible, so I highly encourage people who have any of these platforms to pick it up and play it for yourself, because it is a good one. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a like if you did. Follow me on Twitter at BGFH79, twitch.tv/illegally-cited, illegally-cited.com, and right here on YouTube. Until next time, I will chat with everybody again later.